Hi everybody, welcome back to my channel. Tonight I'll be showing you guys how to make some salt and pepper squid. It's going to be so tasty and delicious and easy to make. So let's get down to the recipe. Okay guys, so over here I got some squid tentacles over here that I cleaned up and all that stuff, and then also let to dry. I also let to drain out the water. As you can see, I also placed it in this little bowl over here to place it in the fridge to let it drain out more water. And you can see once you do that, it's left with so much water. So you need your squid very dry. If you're going to make it fast, you should use some paper towels to dry your squid up. So as you can see, yeah, it's pretty dried up, drained with water. Because if you don't drain out the water when you coat the squid with your flours and stuff, it'll fall off. So yeah, so now I'm just going to cut you can see this squid tentacles all connected together. I'm just going to cut it up. Just going to use a pair of scissors and cut it up. You just grab a bowl. Just go cut these tentacles up just like that, and then I'll show you guys how I'm going to marinate this. This is very quick and simple. The marination process just requires like 10 minutes, because even if you place it in the fridge to marinate for a few hours, you can see this is like squid, it won't absorb a lot of flavor. So yeah, I'm just gonna cut this up, then we'll marinate this. Okay guys, this is going to be a very simple marination. As you can see, I cut up all my squid tentacles over here. So first we're just going to sprinkle some salt all around. A good amount of sprinkle of salt. Then we're going to sprinkle some white pepper. Next we're going to add in a few teaspoons of sugar. I'm just adding in 1 teaspoon here. Next we're going to add in 1 teaspoon of chicken bouillon powder. Okay, let's just give it a quick little mix. I'll put on my glove. Guys, when we are making this squid, we don't want like a saucy batter, because if the batter is too saucy, I guarantee you once you coat these squid in the flour, the coating is going to fall off straight away. So you don't want that saucy batter. So yeah, just give it a quick mix with these spices, these basic spices. Okay, next I'm just gonna add in a little bit of oyster sauce, just a little bit, about 1 teaspoon. And then about 2 teaspoons of light soy sauce. Just like that, not too much. Then we're gonna drizzle a little bit of sesame oil all around, just like that. Okay, let's just mix it up. Guys, if you don't give your squid some flavor, I guarantee you it'll be like many other restaurants where you require like tartar sauce and all that stuff to get flavor. But if you do this step, every piece of squid is going to taste delicious. And we're going to be spicing this up with when we stir fry this in our salt and pepper mix. Okay, once it's done like this, we give it a good mix. We can add in some cornstarch to dry it out. So I'm going to add in 2 heaped teaspoons of cornstarch over here. Cornstarch is going to get rid of a lot of that moisture, the sauces and stuff. So it becomes like a kind of like a thick, doughy kind of batter that's sticking onto each strip of squid over here. Okay, just like that. Okay guys, so we're just going to let this sit for like 10 minutes, and then we'll just preheat our oil, and then I'll show you guys the next step. So it's very quick and basic to make. Okay guys, let's deep fry our squid. tentacles over here. So as you can see, my oil's already hot. I was like deep frying some chicken wings, making some other recipe. But now for these squid tentacles, we're just going to cracking one egg. The egg will act as a binder. Cracking one egg and then just give it a good mix. Make sure each tentacle have some of that egg. That's why I say your batter must not be too wet, or else this egg, it won't be too sticky. And when it's not sticky, the batter will fall off these tentacles. So yeah, just give it a good mix. Okay, once you give it a good mix, now we can coat it with some bread flour. So over here I just got some bread flour. Then just grab a handful of these tentacles here. Just give it a good coating. And when we deep frying these tentacles, it should be ready in about 5 minutes, guys. So it doesn't require so long to cook. Okay, it's just placing, and make sure the oil is a bit hot. Layer it straight so that it doesn't curl up. Okay guys, you should do this in batches so that you know each piece is well cooked. So once I place in this batch, you don't want to like create another batch and place it in, or because some will be cooked too long and all that stuff. So just grab one handful and do one batch at a time. Make sure the oil is hot. Once you place it in, you don't want to move it around so that it can form its crust, its coating. See a lot of moisture. Should be ready in around 3 to 4 minutes. You can see once the tentacles start floating on top of the oil, it should be ready. You can see it's starting to float up. But even once it floats up, you just want to like give it like an extra deep fry for a minute to make sure it's well cooked. But anyways, you can see it's so thin, it should be ready. Because if your oil is not bubbling up anymore, that means it lost all its moisture and you don't want that. So yeah, it should be ready. You can even like give it a little taste test once it cools down, then you'll know it's perfect. But just check that out. Easy peasy. Let's pop in the next batch. Okay guys, so it's still hot. I just grabbed a piece of this tentacle squid. Let's grab it. Let me just taste it. It's perfect guys, perfect. Okay guys, so I'm just going to do all of this deep frying for these tentacle squids. It won't require a double fry. And then I'll prepare the salt and pepper stir fry. Okay guys, check that out. Nice. Okay, let me just complete all of these squid and then we can stir fry them. Okay guys, let's stir fry our ingredients for the salt and pepper squid. We just add in some oil. Okay guys, so over here I just chopped up a little bit of red, yellow, green bell peppers, a little bit of onion, Adding in 1 teaspoon of crushed garlic, 2 little small chilies, and some spring onions over here. So let's just stir fry this up. Let's get all this flavor out before we pop the squid into this and toss it up. I can smell it now. That chili is popping out and all that garlic flavor. Okay, now you're just going to give it a big little sprinkle of salt. You're going to sprinkle a little bit of white pepper. Then you're going to add in half a teaspoon of sugar. Just mix this up. Very nice. All that flavors out. Now let's just pop our squid back in. Check that out. Pop it in and just give a good stir fry with the ingredients. Nice and crispy squid tentacles. Nice. Now it's going to absorb all that spicy ingredients. Extra flavor on these tentacles. Wow. Okay, turn down the heat, switch off the flame. Do a few more tosses. Nice. Okay, let's plate it. Okay guys, as you can see, this is my delicious salt and pepper squid over here. Look how beautiful that looks. Let me just grab a little taste. Have a little small piece. Wow. So good. Guys, if you enjoyed this recipe, please don't forget to give this video a thumbs up and subscribe to my YouTube channel. Thanks guys for watching. Wow, check that out.